Hello and welcome to How to Get Ideal Prospects Talking. I picked this topic because I've had some discussions over the week and there's quite a few people who've been sharing some thoughts with me saying, Peter, I can't get my prospects to talk to me. Or maybe I'm talking to the wrong prospects. Or when they talk to me, they try to sell me something rather than let me tell them what I want to tell them. The bottom line is this: if you want some ideas and some questions that you can ask your ideal prospect to get them engaged, to get them talking, then I'm going to share some with you in this video today. And I hope you find it very helpful. I mean, the whole idea, if you can get the right questions and engagement, then you've got a darn chance, right, to get people to listen to you and to build your sales potential. My name is Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer. And as always, talking to you from my little Thai village way up near the Cambodian border. First, let me stop and say hello. Hello to Susan Stoke. Good to see you, Susan, from France. From Nabil Mackey, from Lebanon. From Peter Smythe, good day. From Lynette Chang, Wayne Harmsworth. Peter, all right. Peter, thank you very much. Oh, lovely to see you all. Josh, good to see you. And Molly, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll get cracking because I'm trying to beat the weather. There's monsoon storms hitting our way again. Okay. All right. Now, the key doesn't matter. By the way, before I go any further, just checking this. If you're not sure whether you've got the right ideal target market, the ideal client, the ideal prospect anyway, if you're not sure, I mean, then it doesn't matter what questions you ask because you could be wasting your time. Hang in there with me at the end, to the end of this video, and I'll give you something which is free, by the way. It's not from me, it's from a good mate of mine, but you get access to it for free. And it's really clever, and it'll change your marketing forever, I can tell you that. Not only that, it'll also take all the BS out of your marketing, and you'll be able to identify who you should be talking to, as well as what you need to tell them. I'm going to tell you now what to tell them. This will show you how to find the right people. All right, food for thought. One, ask open-ended questions. You all know that anyway, right? Hang on. Molly, thanks for joining. Steve Hall, Paul Baltus, good to see you guys. Thank you very much indeed. You always know that, you know, ask open-ended questions, okay? Which is true, okay? I mean, but what I'm saying is avoid questions like, should you do something, or would you, or can you, or are you, or will you? Those sort of questions, they're not open-ended questions. You're going to get a yes, no answer, if anything, from those. So open-ended are the ways you go about it. And I'll share some examples with you in just a minute, all right? The other thing is this, a bit of a clue for you. The shorter the question, the longer you'll get as an answer. And the reverse is true. The longer it takes you to amble out a darn question, the shorter the answer is going to be if you get an answer at all. All right, so the ideal is to try and make them short, sharp, snappy questions, okay, that are open-ended. All right, here's an example. For example, paint me a picture of whatever it is, or describe for me something, or tell me a little bit more about, give me an example. Let's take Steve Hall. Tell me a little bit more about that Steve Hall, okay, or bring me up to speed, Steve, or give me a specific example, Steve, what we're talking about here. Or explain that again, Steve. Very simple questions, right? Open-ended, but you can get a lot of information from that. Now, I'm going to share with you two types of prospect. I'm going to give you different questions for them. Hang in there with me. It's a little bit, this could be 15 minutes, but put up with me for that long, and I promise you I'll deliver the value you want, okay? But I can't squeeze it any quicker than that. I wish I could, but I can't. Two types of prospects. I'm going to take one who is a company employee and another one who is the owner of a small business, all right? Now, here's some questions, open-ended questions, and if you've got a pen, might be worth your while jotting them down, okay? Even if you do it on replay, right? Here's some open-ended questions you'd ask, for example, someone who's representing a company. Please describe the challenge you're having now. That's one. Okay, another one. Tell me about what you're doing to overcome this challenge. Right, again, open-ended. A third one, how does this challenge affect your overall business strategy? Now, if the person's too far down the pecking order, they wouldn't have a clue. That would be one for the CEO, no doubt about that, right? Next one, what would happen if you don't solve this darn challenge? Right? Again, open-ended. Another one, what else are you, how would you say this? What else are you considering to try and solve your problem? And associated with that, who else are you talking to for a solution to your problem? You might as well ask. Don't assume you're the only one in the boxing ring, because there's a lot of competition around, okay? Another one, what made you decide to use me or my company for a potential solution for you, right? Another one, very important, this one. What process do you have to go through to make a decision so that regarding which solution is best for you? What is the process? You need to know when you're dealing with a company, what's the process of their buying process, okay? Need to know that, all right? And same time, who else in the company is involved in making the decision for this, right? These are all questions that you need to know when you're talking to a company, a larger company. Another one, important, what sort of budget have you put aside to solve this challenge that you've got? Now, I know you've got one because you've already told me that, okay? And I know you've tried to solve it, but you can't. So what sort of budget have you put aside to try and solve it? Why would you ask that question, okay? Some people are hesitant to ask that question, but you ought to ask that question. One, because they probably do have a budget put aside for it. Two, the darn thing, this challenge is really probably knocking them around, and it's going to cost them a lot more than your solution will be, okay, if they don't fix it. If they don't fix it, it's going to cost them a heck of a lot more than what your solution costs are going to be, right? That's why you need to know the budget. Another one, when would you like to have this solution in place? Okay, and finally, what would a successful solution look like to you? So they're the types of questions you can ask a company, a senior management within a company structure, all right? Libba, thank you for joining. Ali Beg, thank you for joining. Lisa Parr, thank you very much too. Okay, sorry, I should have noticed you before. Too busy with all my questions. Next, but what? Before I go any further, you don't have to really ask all those questions, to be quite frank. Sounds a little bit like, you know, an interview, right? You don't have to ask them. If you ask simple questions like, tell me more about, or please share with me, or please describe, more than likely, the person, the prospect, will actually come out with all those answers for you. Because if you delve more, saying, tell me a little bit more, what do you mean by that? Give me an example of that. A lot of the answers to those questions I just gave you will come out in that sort of discussion, all right? The most important thing for you to do is to make sure that you are recording, okay, even if you do it in writing, recording what they're saying to you in answer to your questions. Record how they describe the challenge and how they feel about the challenge. Have it in their words. Then listen very, very carefully, right, to identify perhaps the type of solution that you can provide, all right? Now, for the small business person, okay, the small solopreneur, so to speak, 4 simple questions, okay? You can ask any one of them. 1, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Or put another way, what is your desired destination? Get them to imagine that if you're talking to them in 12 months' time, what has happened in the previous 12 months? What's changed for them? What's improved? Okay, what's happened with their finance situation? What's happened with their business? Whatever it may be. Okay, get them to describe for you their desired destination, and while they're doing it, confirm with them you understand it, and also make sure you understand why they picked that opportunity, why that particular type of destination, that future for themselves. And by the way, this is where the opportunities come up for people who are smart operators, okay? Once you've identified and got them to clarify to themselves and understand and share with you their desired destination, then a lot of opportunities open up. And I must quote this because I saw this just today on a post from Bill Pickett. And his quote was this, and it's classic. Most people overlook opportunity because it looks like work, okay? Most people overlook an opportunity because it looks a lot like work. And that's what this is. This is a lot of work. You have to get this prospect to open up and share with you. It is. It doesn't just look like a lot of work, Bill. It is a lot of work, okay? Once you've done that, second question, where are you now? Where are you now? What's going on right now with you, okay? What's happening there? I mean, what you're really trying to work out is to find out both the negative and the positive things, okay? The negative things would be the things they want to avoid, and the positive things are the things they desire. So find out where they are right now. And what you're really getting at is this, which is the next question. What's holding you back? What's stopping you from achieving this desired destination you told me it was so darn important to you? Now, it doesn't matter whether you're selling whatever it is, solutions to water problems, health problems, whatever it may be. If these people want to have a desired destination of a better health, right, but they're not there yet, then find out what's stopping them. What's holding them back? What is it? Because it may impact on how you go about providing your solution, whatever it may be, to their challenge. Okay, Jim, thank you for joining. Good to see you, mate. And finally, important, what's it costing you? If you don't do this, Mr. Solopreneur, Mr. whoever it is, what's it costing you? Think about that. If you don't fix this challenge, what happens? Okay. Whether it's your health or your business or your family or your finances, whatever it may be, find that out. Find out what it's costing them. That's so important. If you ask those 4 questions to any solopreneur, okay, then you will definitely come up with a very good picture, a complete picture of what their hopes, desires, destinations, frustrations, fears, challenges are, what they've tried to do, what's worked for them, what hasn't worked for them, and they will thank you for clarifying it for them, okay? Very important. Now, when you've done that, you may be able to help them. But, Peter Carr, sorry, thank you for joining, mate. But you may not be able to help them. It doesn't matter. Once they've clarified to you what their needs are, you know where they want to go, you know where they've been, you know what's stopping them. So once you know that, then you just be totally transparent with them. If you can't help them, you simply say, I'll pick an example. I'll say Lisa Anna Palmer. Lisa, thank you for sharing that with me. Look, I must tell you, I can't help you with your whatever the challenge is, X, Y, and Z. However, I'd be more than happy to go into my network and find out someone who can help you. Would you be interested if I could give you a recommendation? I'll come back to you with that. Would that be okay? All right? They will respect that. However, if you can help them and you've identified a solution that you can, and you haven't shared it with them yet, that you can help them with, then you're in a box seat to provide them with the best solution possible because they've given you everything they can, and you've got a really great insight and a great understanding of these people, okay? And it's all based on facts and reality, not hunches, not guesswork. So that's the reason why those 4 questions to a solopreneur will work for you. There you go. So before you go, I promise you something, and here it is. If you're having a problem trying to identify who your particular target audience really is, in other words, if you're talking to people right now, but they're not really talking back to you for whatever reason it may be, or when you talk to them, they're trying to sell you something instead, obviously that's not the right market, okay? 2 things. First of all, if you're interested in that sort of thing, come and join my Facebook group called Your Next Level. Come and check it out. If you want to join us there, we talk about all sorts of things, including this, Your Next Level. Secondly, here's a freebie for you. I want you to send me a personal message. This is not from me. I cannot take any credit for it. But I purchased this myself, okay? By the way, it's not going to cost you anything, right? Oh, you might, sorry, you have it. It's a book. It's called The Truth by John Mulry, okay? I'm promoting it without shame or reason because it's something that will change your marketing. And I think you may have to pay for the shipping, but you don't have to pay for the book. And maybe $5, I don't know. But if you're interested, send me a personal message and ask me for the contact details for The Truth. Because I can tell you, This truly will change how you market forever. And more importantly, it will confirm whether you are talking to the right target audience or not. It'll show you whether you've been mucking that up completely. All right? There you go. The Truth by John Mulry. All right. All the very best. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. And until next time, best wishes from a very hot and a very wet Thailand. Reach out to me if you need any help, okay, with your sales and anything like that. That's what I'm here for. I'm more than happy to help you. Take care. Bye for now.